Hello, I'm Frances and I work for the British Nutrition Foundation, and today we're going to make breakfast banana pops. But before we do any making, we need to make sure that we're ready to cook. So you need to make sure you've got your hair tied up if you've got long hair, that you've thoroughly washed and dried your hands, you've got a nice clean apron on, and then we can start. Great, now everybody's ready to start. I'm going to go through the ingredients we're going to be using. So we have a nice selection of breakfast cereals here. So we've got some rice pops, we've got some multigrain hoops, we've got some reduced sugar granola, some cornflakes, and we've also got some multigrain shapes as well. And I've got some vanilla yogurt here in the bowl. I've got 2 bananas, and then we've also got the lolly sticks and the straws, and I'll explain about those in a minute. So first thing to do is to peel your bananas. So I'm going to peel the first one. And now I've got a little bowl here that I'm just going to put my peelings into, and I'll put that in my composting bin after I've done the cooking session. And then I'm going to peel the second banana. Now I'm going to use a vegetable knife, but you could actually use a table knife for doing this if you felt more comfortable with that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my bananas into quarters, and I'm going to use what we call the claw grip. So basically I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to keep my fingers out of the way, and I'm holding onto it nice and tightly, and then I'm going to cut into quarters and again. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. And then I talked about the straws and the lolly sticks earlier on. So I've got some paper straws here that I've cut in half, and I've also got some stirrers. And instead of these, you could use a metal fork, or you could use a wooden fork if you can get hold of one of those. So the first thing to do is to put your little straw, or whatever it is you're going to be using, into the bottom of your banana. And I'm going to do that with all of these. And then I've got a baking tray here, which has just got a little piece of greaseproof paper on it, and I'm going to use this to put my bananas onto once I've done them. So what next? So next thing to do is to put my cereal into a bag. Oops. And then I'm just going to crush it lightly. You can see that. It's probably making lots of noise. Just lightly. And then I'm just going to pour them back into the bowl. I'm just going to put that to one side, that bag. And then I'm going to get my bananas, and I'm going to dip them into my yogurt. Now here, you might find it a little bit easier if you've got a spoon. So there we are. And then, now I've covered that nicely, I'm then going to choose what sort of cereal I'm going to use. So I'm going to use the rice pops to begin with. And again, if you just get another spoon, it might help you just to turn it over and get a nice covering. It doesn't have to be covered completely, but just a nice covering. There we are, so there's one. And now I'm going to do my last one. So last bit of yogurt. And then what shall I use this time? Oh, I think I'm going to use the reduced sugar granola, because this has got some lovely crunchy bits of fruit and coconut in it. So nice combination. I'm going to put that on the tray. And there we are. Breakfast banana pops. So as I said, these can be frozen or they can be eaten straight away. So I hope you enjoy them.